So there's a lot of things
You'll
to
be
talk
coming in
about with
30
this
seconds. Stay strong.
incoming update or whatever. The Dev Talk Volume 14 and the return of Season 0 Battle Pass. I mean, right off the rip, I never even liked Battle Passes. It's just a money thing. Like, honestly,
The battle starts in
you could do it
5,
a handful of
4,
different ways.
3, 2, 1.
But anyway, the biggest thing is the Chrono Shield card. A lot of people do not like that. So what the Chrono Shield card says it can activate a Chrono Shield to prevent point loss from a defeat in competitive if one is active. Using this item won't consume it. Chrono Shield cards will be automatically cleared at the end of each season, and you have a limit of 20. So that's basically saying you can negate a bunch of losses with Chrono Shield that you naturally had in like lower ranks and like bronze to silver and gold. Now, it wouldn't be like the worst thing if it was around there. Still, I forgot when it ended. I haven't seen the Chrono Shield in forever. But I'm gonna read off some comments that people are making about it. So one person says, if it only works at gold and below, maybe this is just NetEase trying to ease the process of getting the ranked reward skin. They're struggling with it, though I still think it's a bit weird of an item to introduce. I agree. It's become a bit of a pattern of NetEase kind of making these weird decisions recently, and just kind of very money orientated decisions.
I'll patch you up.
I don't really think. I mean, it's already like the Chrono Shield is already in some ranks. I forgot if I got rid of it. I haven't been in those ranks in forever. So I forgot if it's gone or not. I don't think it is. But I don't really see the point since it's already been there or is there at lower ranks. Why would they keep this Chrono Shield card at lower ranks and cap it at a certain rank? I don't really understand the decision making of that, since they already have it there. So I kind of do believe it's gonna be in the higher ranks. Another person says it doesn't sound like a good idea at all, comparing it to mobile games. A lot of people don't want it in the higher ranks, thinking that you can just ignore the next 8 losses. A lot of people think it's going to inflate the rates again, and it is. I mean, it's very clearly, it clearly is going to do that. And a lot of people also talked about if you can buy it, because it seems to be able to be acquired through playtime. But I mean, if we're being real, NetEase has made pretty much everything. You know, like, it's a free-to-play game, so of course their main concern with things they add into the game is that you can give them money to get it, because that's how they make their money for it. Besides, you know, outside workings of the game, like the other games, obviously give them income. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to buy it, which is another big concern, because if you can just ignore that you have to play to get it, I mean, you might be able to play to get it and then just buy the rest. Like, if you can cap 20 but you can only get playtime to 8 for whatever, right? And then you have to, like, I don't know how you stack it or whatever. And you just do both, basically, and you spend less money. That's what I'm trying to say. You get more value when you spend less money just because you can do playtime. That's my point. So it's just worse all around.
Human eyes? Gives on the boomerang arrow.
I don't really understand the thought process, because the main concern right now in the game, I think it's not everyone, but I think the vast majority of the player base is just worried about the matchmaking, and they're worried about the future of matchmaking and how they're going to treat it, which is completely valid, because the matchmaking is completely rigged, it's completely screwed, and nobody really likes it. I mean, even the people who don't believe that it has EOMM, they still don't have a whole lot of fun with it, because obviously, believe it or not, you're gonna get on some pretty crazy loss
Get
streaks
ready. Here come the bad guys.
due to it, or to whatever you want to believe in. It's still gonna happen, and it's gonna be annoying as hell. Not that you should win every time, but it's just so egregious. So I really do think the season 2.5 and 2.3, hopefully 2.5 is a little more telling of the future, but obviously I'll give the benefit of the doubt because it's not even 3 seasons in yet. But so I will say season 2.5, 2.3 will be incredibly telling of the direction they want to go, because if by season 3 they don't really address or change the matchmaking in any way, shape, or form that they haven't so far, it'll be incredibly telling of how they want this game to work.
Only 60 seconds left.
They definitely need to change it. Honestly, I understand this is a new game, and I think this is a first for NetEase to have something this big, this global, and be a hero shooter, which is a very complex genre. I know it's very easy to hate on them, and very easy to
Us against the world.
just find the faults. But it's an incredibly complex genre in game, and it's not easy making a game. But 3 seasons in, you can absolutely identify the problems, the major problems, the minor problems, the one you should work on, the one that can be put off a little bit, the matchmaking, the core of the game, even in quick play, so not even just the competitive nature, the competitive integrity of the game. In all modes, matchmaking is incredibly important. It's incredibly vital to the game, the longevity of the game, the feel of the game. I think that they should just switch it to skill-based, if I'm putting my opinion out there. I don't see the real harm. The numbers of this game has already dropped drastically. If you look at the statistics of people who watch it on YouTube and Twitch, like, it's still massive, but compared to its blow up, it has dropped off, which is to be expected, of course. But now you have a few factors of it dropping off. And now the remaining players, which is, of course, I'm not dissing it, it's still quite a lot. The remaining players are finding a lot of the faults, and they're like, hey, I want to play, but you're not really fixing these issues, and you're not really talking about them. Everybody here, your whole player base is saying, hey, you need to address this. And all of a sudden, what they do is instead make the problem worse. It's this far into the game's life, or seasons, I should say. It's not that far into the life of the game. A little bit, but not that far. But nearing season 2.5, it's like, hey, you should probably talk about this.
You'll need a top
And they just haven't. And that's very worrying, very concerning. Because it's one of the biggest issues in the game. So I don't quite understand the thought process other than greed to add this Chrono Shield, because I'm 99% sure you're going to be able to buy it. Like I was saying, some people were debating it, that you won't be able to buy it, that you will. I really do think you will. You can buy almost everything in this game. The store section is so... There's like 8 different tabs. You know, when you go to the store, it literally is so many tabs to buy things. And you can also take into account that when they make the new modes, like that big head mode, where you get the rewards for the big head emotes, you can buy those. You don't like you. The idea was to get them through playtime, but you can buy them. So this is the same thing. You get the Chrono Shields through playtime, but why wouldn't you be able to buy them if you can do everything else that's similar and just buy that?
4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area.
So that's pretty much the Chrono Shield topic. Moving on to the Season 0 Battle Pass return. So this is another funny thing where I don't like it and I don't dislike it. I do like the idea of it coming back because there are some skins that were really cool, like the Black Panther Galactic skin. Super cool skin, super cool. There's a few other skins that are really cool too in that battle pass, which I mean I might even contemplate getting. However, doing it right now might not be the best idea. There are some, like I was saying before, some really core issues that they need to work on. And if they address it in Season 2.5, okay, fine. What's another 15, 14 days till then? Fair enough. Maybe they are working on it, maybe they're not. I just wouldn't really expect to have all these. Like, if I was making this game and I saw my player base go, hey, you got a real big problem here. The people making videos on this stuff is getting hundreds of thousands of views. Clearly, it's a vast majority hating this. You need to talk about it. What I would do as a creator is talk about it. I'd be like, hey, I see your complaints and I see your problem and how almost everybody is in agreement that this matchmaking needs to be fixed and changed. We're gonna change it and see how it works. Like, if they truly want to treat this game as the experiment it is, as a first time it is, just be like, hey, you know what? For Season 2.5, we're going to give you the rest of Season 2.5 to 3 with skill-based matchmaking. And at the beginning of 3, we're going to swap it for 3 to 3.5, and we're going to see the difference. We're going to learn a lot already from the 2.5 change, but then we're going to go back maybe, or maybe don't. Maybe 2.5 is so overwhelmingly positive that they don't. And just see how it goes. Because in my personal opinion, I think they absolutely would get more value and more engagement, because they're clearly very, very interested in engagement. They want as much engagement as possible. And I truly believe that if they change to skill-based matchmaking, then they will get more engagement. They will get more activity. I think every online game would, because the main, like, you do have your casual player base, But if you're going to put a competitive role into the game, then you need to make it that mode truly competitive. You can't just treat it as an accessory. Especially when you have these tournaments going on in these important modes and these big money pools. You can't involve these massive money pools just to be like, hey, reaching to the point where you can be considered to play in that tournament, you have to suffer through this horrific matchmaking. Maybe you should actually be in that tournament. Maybe you're actually at that skill level, but you're stuck in this rank because it's taking forever and a day to reach the appropriate rank to be in there. I got a little off topic. Going back to the Season 0 Battle Pass return, again, one of the reasons I like it is because some cool skins, but I think they're just ignoring the problem. I think they are not really taking it, the seriousness of it. Because this is just weird timing to me. I don't know why they would do this. They're like, in the dev talk, hey, it's been a year, so to celebrate a year since the early release or whatever, we're gonna give you Season 0 Battle Pass back. Like, I'm sorry? What? Why? Well, why would you do that? Just, how about you celebrate it by making the game even better? Why are you giving me another Battle Pass? And this is what I was talking about with the store earlier too. Like, tell me you think those Chrono Shields are not going to be able to be bought. Like, look at how much you can buy and how much events, quote-unquote event exclusive things you can buy. Like, I think there's even a few, I forgot which characters it's on. But there's even a few skins that you can buy, but I know they said like event exclusive. I know that they were supposed to be like a one-time thing, and I completely forgot they're on. But you can buy them.
Oh.
It's just I don't even know where to start with that, other than NetEase is just really showing their greed with this one. And it does seem to be on a sort of like on a battle pass like system where like it is like set up like this, you know? Okay, get out of here, Spider-Man, stop. Like this, here we go. It looks like this, where you have a bunch of things lined up. So that even, and you can buy those too. Truthfully, this is the wrong road they're going down. I would not even consider adding these Chrono Shields. I wouldn't consider adding back the Season 0 Battle Pass. Just focus on the main problems of the game and talk about those. Address those. Just say, hey, player base. NetEase likes to say, hey, we're listening to your feedback. Hey, we're reading your feedback. We're acknowledging the problems of the game. Well, you're not acknowledging this one. And it's a little worrying that you're not. Yeah, here's another thread where people are talking about it. One person goes, if I want a loss without consequences, I'll play quick play or AI. The entire point of ranked is to achieve something based on skill and hard work. Only way I see this working is giving bronze players a chance to get better teammates. Right. Again, that brings up the point of you should keep ranked very high integrity and quick play for the casual players. I mean, it's that simple. It really is that simple. And that's the funny thing, is that it doesn't go any more complex than that. If you're going to play ranked, you should just keep it as competitive. You should make it as competitive as possible. If you're going to play quick play, make it chill. Make it relaxed. It's not hard. You know, there's steps to take. There's blueprints to follow. Another person says, this is just amplifying my disinterest in playing ranked this season. I've been having a great casual fun with quick play while clearing out the battle pass and event missions. Ultron will probably get a ranked season skin into season 2.5, and I'll jump in for that, but I don't expect the experience to be enjoyable. Right. So a lot of people are disinterested in playing, one, the game, or two, ranked. But quick play kind of sucks too, because if you lose, you get bought. So I can't imagine seeing people play that for long. You know, holding on to that thread for very long. And some people probably come back for Ultron now. Another one goes, this is the type of behavior that will make me quit playing the game straight up. And in quotes, you know, pretending to be netties, I think, says, hey, we know that people are ranked higher than they should be, so we fixed that in season 2. But if you pay, we can hook you up. Right. Like, people don't know if you can pay to get them or not. And there's like an inventory, you can get up to 8. It's just, it's highly disappointing. They should never really add anything that helps people rise in the ranks or lower. They should just make it your skill. Like, I don't understand the obsession with making it easier to climb, because the only answer is greed and engagement and money. Not even engagement, but playtime. And I wouldn't consider playtime the same as engagement. I know that they might think it is, but I disagree. I don't think playtime equals engagement, because I can play the game, but I can hate it at the same time. And I can build up that hate while I play. So basically what I'm trying to say is, if I'm playing the game and I'm not liking it, the more I'm gonna play it, the more I'm gonna realize I should stop playing. And the next time I get off equals the next time, equals the longer I'm gonna be off. You know, so I wouldn't jump the gun on that too fast, netties, and say playtime equals everyone's just having a grand time. So, you know, engagement is a little hard to gauge, and I wouldn't, you know, trust an algorithm to quite give me that number, that answer. Another person says they're definitely testing water with this one. Got to tell them no. And that's what everyone is saying. This is widely disliked. I haven't seen a single good comment about this. Says another person says, Lamau, I made a comment yesterday about how this game will not advance competitively. Looks like I was absolutely correct. Competitiveness in this game just went into the toilet. It never could be a competitive game, to be honest. It was always a casual game. I mean, it's free, and they don't do placement matches or anything. That's another thing. They need to add placement matches. They need to add these more structure to the ranked experience, because if they don't do that, it's going to stay the same, and that's terrible. Another person says, I really don't know how to put into words how bad this is. I totally understand wanting to cater to the casual player base, but this ruins the fun for those who want a competitive experience. A ranked system that's already so bloated by boosted players and high elo, and now giving them up to 20 get out of jail free cards is insane, especially considering how artificial the win/loss streaks are. These cards will just make it too easy to game the EOMM system. Yeah, I mean, if you even combine this with EOMM, it's going to be such a mess, because how does EOMM treat your rank being completely negated? Being those like 20 losses completely nullified. How does it look at that? Another person says these devs are clueless when it comes to competitive integrity. It's actually pushing me back to Overwatch, even though I enjoy some Rivals heroes way more currently. Yeah, I think a lot of people are kind of going back to Overwatch. I know that sounds funny, but the matchmaking is just, it does that to you. Another person says, yeah, I think we need to speak up a bit quickly for this one. Even regardless of how horrible this is, I don't know why they're giving out rewards that can only be used for one single mode. I think what people need to speak up more about is just the matchmaking, because if the matchmaking was better, this wouldn't be needed. I think other people had it correct, where they are implementing this Chrono Shield card to make it easier to rise in those ranks, to have the competitive experience easier. Which doesn't make sense, because that shouldn't be a thing. If you want it to be easier, go to quick play. I don't think anyone really has a problem with that. I think if they're struggling in ranked and don't like it, I think they're going to go to quick play. I don't think they're just going to combust and lose their mind and not play the game. I think they're going to say, hey, the game's pretty fun, but ranked kind of sucks for me, so I'm going to go quick play. And the other fun modes. Fun, quote unquote. I don't think Brain Giant Size, I don't think Brain Blast is fun. I think it sucks. I'm not going to lie. I'm gonna be real. I think the modes that they've implemented into this game, Doom Match, Conquest, I think they suck. I'm gonna be real. I don't think they're unique or fun at all. But that aside, people are just gonna move to quick play, and the people who are here for the competitive experience are gonna go to competitive. That doesn't equal less engagement. That equals more player fulfillment. So I'm really hoping that they, one, address this Chrono Shield stuff and say, hey, sorry about that. We're not going to do that. Because I think this will make ranked pointless, kind of. And I hope they see that they should address the matchmaking instead. Because this is kind of just getting out of hand at this point. I don't know, though. Hopefully they do. Because if they don't address it by 2.5, I don't think they ever will. If they don't make some major changes by 2.5, or say that they will by season 3, I mean, it's probably not in the cards. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably just not gonna happen. If they are 3 full seasons in and haven't even spoken on it, it's just not gonna happen. So hopefully season 2.5 comes around and they go, hey, we realized we messed up with the matchmaking. Just change it to skill-based. What's the big deal? There's no boogeyman coming to punch you in the teeth if you do. You know? Like, is no big scary guy. Once you change it to skill based, that's just gonna wreck you. Anyway, that's about it.